Hey guys, what up? What up? How we doing? And welcome. Oh, jeez. We just need to get to this, whatchamacallit, the Citadel while farming harvest ritual and praying not no bullshit kills us. This is our first map of the day. No, one of the day, I guess, for right now, and of the session, which means we're gonna have to deal with some BS. We're gonna have to deal with some BS, but that's okay. I think not the end of the world. You just have to make sure everything loads properly. Like, look at all that. Brother. Good, I mean.
I need more time for that.
Bruh.
I need more time for that.
I'm just letting my wolves do their thing because I'm not about to risk my life.
I'll take it. Down, beast.
All right, I think all the loading is done. And now I can actually do this. Yeah, okay. All right, I think we've gotten over first map syndrome.
Time for that.
We can actually play the game. Holy dude, these guardian turtles just freaking hurts when they do their belly slam.
I need more time for that. I'm not ready yet. Nature takes what's owed.
All right, wolves, back we go. While this does its thing. I'm really just not. I'm not impressed by Eternal Mark while clearing. Really just not. Wait. If y'all can jump over there, can I? Oh, I can. Brother, what is happening here?
I'm not ready yet.
I feel like as far as first map syndrome goes, this map has just lasted longer than others typically do.
I'm not ready yet.
Brother.
I'm not ready yet. I need more time for that.
Dude, how many waves do you have? And are you going to drop? You even let me finish the question. I was going to say, you're going to drop sufficient loot. Turns out we already knew the answer to that. Now I don't know why I asked the question.
I'm not ready yet.
Nothing here looking good. Reroll. Ooh, rarity. We'll take it. I think I'll add this one to the list. Oh shit, 4 tributes? 48.
I need more time for that. Balance restore. Spirits of old. I'm not ready yet. I need more time for that. I need more time for that.
We kill this witch first, then we finish what we started.
So Elvira won the fight.
I'm not ready yet.
Ice rends the earth. Incinerate!
not ready yet.
Ice rends the earth. Frozen solid.
I need more time for that.
Ice rends the earth.
I don't like that for more than half them fighting this chick in the corner, they were just staring. Even when I'm pretty sure their lip slam CD would have gone through. And they kind of figured it out in the end, but it took them way too long. Their CD is 7 seconds. It shouldn't take them that long. It really shouldn't.
Collect more otherworldly remnants.
Sure. We have one more ritual to do in here, don't we? One more ritual whose location we know actually. Oh, so sure it wouldn't reveal. Because apparently this thing is not going to reveal until you get all the checkpoints, as well as kill the boss. Was it? Yeah, kill the boss and to get all the checkpoints, which is kind of dumb that there's a condition aside just killing the boss, but it is what it is. You know, something I'm just remembering is with my last level up, I got a Joe socket and I actually have not started using it yet. That Joe socket is more damage.
I'm not ready yet.
Dude, I feel like I'm playing in slow motion. The temp chains. I can't wait till I'm high budget and I can actually afford to have slowing potency here when I start getting double, like, exceptional gear, because I'm not yet there. I'm not at the exceptional gear stage. Who do I really want to be?
Yes.
These are all the exalts I have dropped since I started putting everything in this tab. Kind of interesting too. That's a lot of exalts. Way more than I've expected. I feel like I may have unintentionally added a trade result in there, maybe. I already removed these two, which I put this morning. I don't know when this one sold. A sapphire for 89 next. I don't really remember it selling, but I think it was when I was more desperate for money, so not now. I don't know. Either way, lots of stuff in here to sell. Third, dude, I knew we were unlucky with the citadels. The fact that we now have all three different citadels to even begin with in this short time means they were more than due to generate, and for some reason they just didn't. No idea why, but they just didn't. Oh shit, I forgot. Oh, jeez. I gonna release on that video soon. The streams are kind of late in my time zone. My plan currently is I want to make a full guide video, which is the actual guide video, and that I would like to come out tomorrow. So I'm going to be recording it tomorrow, and if everything goes well, it should be out tomorrow as well. So what we're going to do is, once I'm done with my current map, the next 2 maps, I am going to be what am I going to be doing? Once I'm done with these 2 maps, I am going to be working on the leveling POBs and trying to get the details in for the pre-swap versions. Basically, just working on planners, and so that I have everything I need to record the video tomorrow. Brother in Christ, where is my form?
Balance restored.
W, I'm running it very similarly. I'm currently level 87, but Tiffany Wilson still don't feel nice. Defensively or offensively, like, do you think you need more damage or more defenses? Because if it's defenses, I can tell you what I do preemptively, and then you can just use that information to improve your character right now.
I'm not ready yet. Let's know.
Clicking on an essence that juice is always spicy. It's like, it should be fine, but if for some reason my wolves end up dying before he does, that it can be very problematic. Dude, what was that damage? Maps that have shocked ground, just, they freaking hurt. It makes me want to get anti-shock because it feels like shock is a pack size modifier, and that isn't great.
I'm not ready yet.
I mean, I wouldn't need more defensive enemies would die quick enough, I guess. I'll be fair. The best. Woo! I feel like that was the turtle that slammed me. The best defense is dead enemies, as they say. They can't kill you if they're dead.
I need more time for that. Wild take it. Not bad for a
I
winter.
really hate this map. It's so hard to dodge the temp chains. I'm not even seeing it to dodge. So like, I'm just perma temp chains.
I'm not ready yet.
Okay, I don't have temp chains. My job is to avoid the next temp chains at all costs.
Fury.
I don't like
I'm not ready yet.
the movement speed nerf, and as such I don't want to deal with it. I have 1.5k life with 97.9 PDR and 81 LEDR from armor. The thing about armor is it's deceptive in that having 90% physical damage reduction doesn't mean you're going to reduce the damage from every hit that is physical damage by 90%. The way armor works is it's variable, and it depends on the size of the armor of the physical hits. So just keep that in mind, that you're not actually at 90 or 79%. You're at 79 for what the game averages out to be the hits you are likely to take at that level. But big boss physical slams, whatnot, you're not reducing it by 79%, you're reduced by way worse. I crafted this thing, that life leaf would help me keep my eye by barely notice it with just 10% extra from the tree. Yeah, this is that's basically been my experience with Lively Shoe. Yeah, my experience as well. We don't do enough fizz for the leech on to feel good. The mana leech based on elemental gem feels really nice though. Oh yeah, okay, that makes sense. All right, but yeah, we don't do enough physical damage, and trust me, I tried the same thing. I even went one step further, and like I can actually show all the things I've tested. For a while, for a long while, I had this node right here, and I also sacrificed a good modifier, by the way, for this gain damage is extra physical, so I could try to add physical to the top end of my damage and have it leech life, which is why I also have a similar weapon, which is +7 leech. Did fuck all. it was not great. So here we are.
I need more time for that.
I don't like how thin this area is. It's going to be annoying to dodge anything of actual value.
Maniacs.
At least I got lucky with the 50 DPS on it as well, but it looks like I do most damage moving moves. Only really feel like you're doing anything on bosses. Yeah, your DPS is kind of nice. I mean, if you want to test how much your wolves do, all you really have to do is just don't attack. Like you can see my wolves clearing. Ooh, okay, what the fuck? For me, even though I can show my weapon, I don't know if my DPS is quite as high as yours in terms of flat damage, but I do know that my minions end up just feeling really like they're doing good damage, way more damage than I am. My damage is very superficial at this point, and the majority, the most of like,
I need more time for that.
the reason I have DPS. You can check DPS.
I'm not ready yet.
I mean, I can check DPS. I just need to price check it, right, on Exile Exchange. DPS is 82. Total DPS is 321 DPS. So yeah, way worse. But my damage is as you might imagine. Okay, no, not imagine. We're not doing that. This is a map where we don't get that much tribute, so we're just going to speed run most of the things here. Bruh. We need to find the last ritual.
I'm not ready yet.
Think your wolves die too quickly? There's a few. Ooh, okay.
Begone, foul creature.
There's a few things I have in the way of minion defenses that should help you out a lot. For one, I'm using a grants life recovery to minions on used life flask. This allows them to have some pretty decent life regen or life recovery. Other than that, we are going for a lot of res. So we have res coming from here. We have chaos res here. We have chaos res and physical damage reduction here. And we're getting recoup here. But this one is mostly because I'm able to... I have... Is it from nothing there? For necromantic talisman. Day 4 doesn't load for you. Just found your character on Pure Ninja. I'm gonna do some research. Okay. Let me know if you have any questions. Why does day 4 not work? Why would day 4 not work? Day 4 was from POB. Let's actually investigate this. You said day 4 doesn't work, so let's open day 4. Does it open for me? Bro, what was that? Infinite loads infinitely for you. The skill trees also don't get imported in day 3 as well. So I'm guessing this is what it does for you, because it might be doing the same thing. Yeah, okay. In that case, how do I do this? Because like the problem would be that Maxwell isn't supporting POB2's export code, but Pubbin also doesn't support it because it's too early. I think the solution realistically, and when I copied it, actually I checked and it was working. So now that it's not working, that's very interesting indeed. All right, let's do this again. We'll try two things. Is this day 4 even still accurate for day 4? I would like to believe it is. Actually, it's looking like it's not. Looking like it's not actually. And the reason I say it is, actually it is. We hadn't gotten, I feel like I had gotten this by day 4, but I'm not entirely sure. All right, let's still has the same arrows. All right. If I were to do the same thing, I am just curious about something. I have to assume there's arrows going in here. Not even refreshing. Okay, it's just fucked. All right, and Bean is going to create. Yeah. Okay, how about this? I have an idea. So insert link, copy. Nah, we can't do that. It's not really a link. Copy. Bro, what the hell? Into POB. So you're just going to copy that cell like this. I think this is the only way we can realistically do it. You're going to create a new POB, import, paste the code, import, and that should work, albeit it did keep this, so yeah, that works. So we're going to do the same thing for all the others, and that should fix it. Do I have day one snapshot? I think day one snapshot I made on the planner as the link shows. So yeah, I don't have day one here. Control C, Control V. And now for day two. All right. This should work. You would have to paste that directly into POB, but now you should be able to see the trees. What up, Chris? How you doing? I need to find the.
I need more time for that.
I am doing good. Doing really good. Basically gotten everything I wanted to achieve on wolves, and we still have a lot of like upgrades to go, so I'm just going to be farming for those upgrades now and trying to push the build into a min-max version, and I'm kind of curious to see how it feels like defensively when we get there. Sure, I'll take that. How is the league treating you? A bit so. I don't mind. I personally don't mind the league, but I'm also just, it's mostly because I'm having fun playing around with wolves, figuring them out, getting them to the state they are in and improving them, that I'm really having fun on the league. End game farming wise, nothing really feels different.
I need more time for that. Yama knows your fate. Too wiggly for you.
You're frozen, my G.
Okay.
I'm happy he didn't do that, his BS mechanic. The mechanic in question is the one where he splits up into clones. That one always gets me. As a wolf, I probably wouldn't die to it because I have the movement speed to react, but I still hate the mechanic. It was funny the day Gazi was crashing out about the wolves. You had a video right after saying it was so. Yeah, I league started wolves and I've been having a lot of fun on them. I beat Arbiter yesterday, so that was always nice. Macro be difficult middle. Yeah, Macro and POB.in currently have issues because the tree changed a lot, so they aren't even supporting the trees, what that means, which is where the problems were coming from. Now with those codes directly from POB, you should be able to use them. It's kind of unfortunate that we can't just get a link. Like, it's quite unfortunate actually, but yeah. And as for the crashing out thing, it's like wolves don't start out strong. Act 1, Act 2, they aren't the greatest, but they ramp up quickly. By Act 3, Act 1, I wasn't really using the wolves for damage. Like, I was using them, but my damage was mostly myself. But before I finished my first stream, I was in Act 3, and that felt really nice. Like, all of a sudden, my wolves started hurting because they now had levels behind them. I got wolf pack, so I always had wolves available, regardless of if they died to bosses' abilities or whatever. And then because I had the two of them, my minion number shot up, and my spirits, I now had the spirits to actually support Wolfpack. So like everything just melded together into a really nice experience, and it's like, bruh, this is actually really good. Gazi didn't stick to the minions though. He didn't stick to wolves, so there's that. And honestly, like, it is what it is. I don't think the tree he used to test them in Act 1 was, I don't think that tree did it justice. Personally, like, the tree didn't have minion scaling on it. It had some rage, it has increased damage. As of when he switched from moves, he only had 10% increased minion damage. Was not minion. He had 10% increased companion damage. He had this one node here. This was the only node he had for companion damage. He did this same pathing. He took this wheel. He came and took some rage here, and then he had like this one node, and then he had Lord of the Wilds. That was the tree. So like, it wasn't. Have I tried Jin stuff yet? Not yet. I think that is going to be my next build after playing this one. So here is where I'm at with that Jin build. When I first saw it, I wasn't impressed, simply because I like minion builds in the true sense of like, just have your minions do what they're supposed to do, and you don't have to you support those minions, but the main DPS is coming from them. You're not. But with the way command skills work, in my opinion, it's less minion build and more spellcaster, because you have to cast a spell or you have to do an action for your damage to come out. That I didn't like. However, now that I've played like a hybrid build where me doing like actual attacks matters, not for damage. This build does those things for like defense, like mana leech and stuff like that. But this wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. So I am willing to try the command build and see where that goes. So we'll see how it goes. I'm willing to keep an open mind for it is where I'm at, because those minions look so freaking cool. Like they actually do. Like when they revealed it, I was like, my jaw dropped when I'm like, new minion class. Like, what do you mean there's a secret minion ascendancy that you guys just brought out of nowhere? It wasn't in the real nothing, just minion ascendancy. Then they revealed was command and I was very disappointed. But the minions looked cool nevertheless. I do know the meta for it is let me open POB. I know the meta for it seems to be the ice Jin and making frost like chilled ground and exploding it or something like that. I think it's this one. No, this one. This is the fire one. This is the ice. I don't like that it doesn't show. It's Navira's fracturing, I think. Players with frost and then spams I think the one I that calls me the most, that I really like the idea of. Would you recommend it from nothing you have right now and not worth the 200x? The one I have right now, the this one, 100% recommend it. We get so much value from Necromantic Talisman. We're getting some recoup, we're getting increased max life mana ES. These are all three values that actually add to our survivability. We're getting gigantic minions without any of the travel nodes, and we're getting recoup as well as mana recoup. Getting life recoup, mana recoup as well, some recoup here, and then damage taken from mana from life without this one. So very high value. I definitely recommend it. Definitely recommend it. It's a part of the final build guide essentially. So 100% is worth it. I got mine for 2D at the time, so I haven't paid more. Oh wait, yeah, this guy. You. So we'll just give our minions some extra damage. I don't really need that increased minion damage. The main thing I need right now is damage taken from life and minion res. Maybe I'll look for something that has something other than increased minion damage. Might do that actually, so I can get better res values for my minions. All right, where can I see? I think POB should have this. Skill tree. Actually, no. Ascendancy classes. Varashta. All right, so we have the Kelaris, the Naviras. This is what people use for Claire, where it's like nearby chilled ground that have enemies standing on them with extreme freeze potential. Fractures that, and it has a 5-second cooldown. This is why I know people have been using lately. Then we have stuff like, I mean, the Oasis is pretty nice recoup, but the CDR is, the cooldown is quite long, and it's not like it moves with you, so not the greatest. I guess it converts shield ground into Oasis, so for ritually it probably has some potential. For me, that I really hate the feeling of shield ground. It's really good for, it would probably be very good for me. I think for me, Kalari's, is this about malediction? These corpse beetles, I really like the idea of them, where you passively game them and then you can just use them to blow up something for probably a decent chunk of damage, probably a lot of damage. I like the idea of this one, and not to mention it's like minion on minions, you know. So only thing is this has no single target potential, and I have no idea how big the explosions are for the beetles. So it might just be a just keep the beetles around and throw them at an enemy. Hilarious judgments. Channel alongside you. I would not channel. This is, I think I've seen this do decent single target damage, but I haven't actually, I don't think I would use this just because the channel skill. The critical weakness side of it is really good though. That side is really good. Blast at the target location that deals spell damage and leaves behind a clone that persists for duration. The skill can store multiple times again while. So which skill, which of them does DS Lily clear with? I think another person that have 0% chaos res. I haven't played 0% for. Yeah, that would do it. That would definitely do it. Any chaos damage you get, once chaos looks you in the face, you kind of just fall on your face and die. So yeah, that would do it. You don't have to. You ideally want to cap, obviously, but you don't have to cap right from like tier 1. And chaos res, like even I'm not fully capped. I'm pretty high, but I'm not fully capped. If I wanted to cap, I would have to switch this to chaos res, which was the plan. But like, I think what I should do is I should replace this ring with something with better suffixes, and then I'm chilling. Anyways, let's roll the last map, and then once we're done with this map, we are going to be POBing. It says you have max chaos res, but not max fire res. Wait, what says I have max chaos res? POB or ninja? Yep, shock ground is a pack size mod, sadly. So I have to deal with shock. That. I hate shock. It's a very, very silent killer. Hilarious deception. That is this one. The blast. Also the explosion one. Oh, because of all the more damage for the consecutive casting. It has 3 charges with a 5-second CD. I think it's a case of I might. Is there anywhere or any channel that has all the Varashta minions and the abilities that I can actually see how the abilities look? Because I know like they revealed them. But obviously, the fuck is this? Anyways, obviously, GGG didn't show all of them in the Traditor. I don't know what I'm looking at there, but we don't ask questions on YouTube. It was like, whatever that is, keep it to yourself. I don't want to know. Cultist Archers, Val Vulture, Spectre, Pardon, Thaumaturge, Pacteni Flesh Surgeon. Okay, so nothing here. I'm hoping I can kind of see what the different skills look like without actually specking into them and unspecking and all of that.
Wilds take you.
What is this? Also, does the chilled ground, the oasis and the other one, do they actually consume the chilled grounds? Because like personally, if I can actually get rid of some of these chilled grounds, I mean, would life really be so bad? Like I've actually considered
Ancient light.
I've actually considered Pathfinder for the simple reason that Pathfinder gets to take a node, and with that node, you don't have to worry about chill or temp chains. Like that just seems like it's like cheat for me. Like it's QOL overload. It does. Oh shit. Like I know you can explode it, but like the question would be, will it linger afterwards? And why is my life? Oh, you know what it is? It's probably a mix of the shock plus the extra damage. A mix of the shock plus the elemental weakness from the ritual altar. Dude, that's slam.
I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet. Wilds take it. I'm not ready yet. Pale Abductor. That's the minion that Arcane complained about that had the double slam. I need more time for that. I need more time for that.
Yeah, the amount of damage I'm taking in this map is insane. Gazi had some nice shield ground solution though. He didn't use the infusion frost nova. He used a crab spectre that creates shield ground and the frost skeleton. Using specters would be closer to like a solution I would want to use, like using minions in some capacity for it, because you're already going minions, you know, you might as well. Nice. What is this? Prayers of Rain. That's my first. Oh, that's my first time seeing it. We definitely need to find the last.
See once you're back.
We need to find the last ritual. It's not optional. Oh god. You see these starfishes here? These guys that do this, they do decent damage. But guess what?
as a Spectre, if I remember correctly, whenever you have them as a Spectre, if they're ever on staircases, literal staircases, like the ones in this map, they just stop functioning. They legit just stop functioning. They stop attacking, they stop doing anything. So the fact that you can have a minion whose entire like weakness is a staircase is kind of wild.
I need more time for that.
And of course it's a bug, or not a bug, but like it's just janky AI interaction with the Spectre gem yada yada. But like I was stunned when I found out.
You will fall before us.
I need more time for that.
Feel our Achilles sting. I shall crush you.
I'm not ready yet.
That dealt a lot of damage. Holy. Like on a per fireball basis, that hurts. That freaking hurts. Anyways, it's fine. We basically had gotten through our ritual already, so we don't lose much by doing that or by that happening. It's unfortunate. Was I shocked? Actually, I should check. I think I was shocked, which would make sense as to why I did as much damage on a per hit basis, because I feel like that ability is not that overtuned. Plus, I think she let me see. There were a lot of projectiles in that mess. Yeah, there was no reacting to that. I was in an overlap of 3, but because half of the arena was poison, I couldn't really go to the left side. Like I was trying to wiggle around in that small side or whatever, but Viper can just be pain. So it is what it is. That I think was the last map in the sequence. All right, so what did we actually get from those 10 maps? And did we make 10D? Would be a good question to ask. Firstly, we made almost 300x. I feel like that's not entirely accurate. So I feel like there's some level of... trading in here. I'm not sure what, because when I look at this, I already removed these two from this equation, and I don't think I didn't get a like 300 or something overnight, right? So, but I'm also not entirely sure when this one sold. I could check. When did that one sell? Going to bed. All right, Chris, thanks for stopping by. Good night. It did go. Yeah, so I don't think this one had anything to do with potentially, like, because I started this strat last night, so it wasn't up to a full day ago. So like this one, these two, yes, they went in there and I already removed them. So I don't think there's actually trading in here, but I just don't know that I've been dropping exalts like that. So I don't know. But anyways, let me try to liquidate all of these to the best of my abilities and see exactly and then that show me exactly how much we made. All right, we're just going to have exalts in here. 3 omen of recoms, pretty good place to start. 48. So we're looking for 4 extra per, so 12, 144. Brother in Christ. There.
I'll fill that in as soon as I can.
We're not selling this, obviously. We can't sell this. Can't sell that. Can't sell that. Can't sell that. We can sell this for 1x, but I'm not going to. Nope. We can. 64.
Let's see if there are any
For 34. Oh shit, these are that expensive? Okay. 2 for 15.
I'll post it right away.
One for 1.5. I can't really sell it yet, so 81.
All right, your order is registered.
Can't sell that. Can't sell that here. 9x obviously can't sell that. Can't sell this. Divine we keep because it's a divine. Probably can't sell this either. Nope. Fuck no. Wait. Maybe. But it's like 1x. Nope. I'm not going to sell that. Can't. 8.5. Yeah, I'll sell it for 9.
Right, your order is registered.
This is an X. We're gonna leave it though, because I want to use it. What about you? You are 3.
I'll fill that in as soon as I can.
Nope. Nope. There's so many things I can't sell here, but there's also a lot of things in the omen department that I can, which is the main thing we came here for. Two for 6, sure.
I'll fill that in as soon as I can.
4 chaoses for 12x. I was about to say, where's the divine? This is 3x APs. Sheesh. 5 of them. 4, 15. 16.
All right, your order is registered.
Bruh. Are you being fucking for real? What was the point of me holding Control Shift if you're just gonna do that anyways, my G? Like, what was the point? Anyways, I don't remember exactly how many I had. Yeah, I can't see. What the streamer was blocking me or is blocking the replay. How do I do this?
All right, your order is registered.
Yeah. Let's continue. This is one. Holy, this is 36 apiece. 39 apiece. 78.
Let's see if there are any takers.
You're missing 3 spirits. For what? And if you're missing 3 spirits, you can always try to use a spirit rune on your main hand weapon. It would reduce your DPS, but you get the 3 spirits you needed. 50 times 3 is 150.
I'll post it right away.
Chaotic rarities being so expensive is so nice.
I like it. 3 omens of corruptions for not having spirits hurts, but the rarity is so nice. I mean, yeah, that's a big rarity. That's a big spirit source. That one is pretty good. My current one is decent, but it has one bad mod, and that is the increased max ES being T7. Everything else is pretty good. The mana regen implicit, mana regen, mana recoup, all of that. But that being said, there's a universe where we pull back on this and instead go for suffixes that matter on this, on my amulets. We'll see what I decide to do. Aberration costs 2.5, 2.6. Well, it costs 4 now. Not sure if Warlord Berserker is as good as it seems. It's pretty good. 30% more AD is 30% more AD. It's like it's a multiplier. So just for that reason alone, it's pretty good. it's they don't get your max rage or anything,
Order is
but they
registered.
have the unmaxed rage, and whenever you gain rage by attacking or whatever else, I don't think they gain rage. I've heard they don't gain rage from eternal rage, so there's that. But like from other sources, I think it's worth it. This is 3, sure. Oh, the
I'll
tonkets.
post it right away.
All right, so we've basically cleared the main things that needed to be cleared. So everything here is either a divine or not worth much. Yes, so we're going to redo our affinities. We're going to disperse the loots. Fragments. What are the tablets again? Breach. There are no waystones. There aren't augments. I feel like it's the closest thing is fragments. But then what would these be? I guess this is ritual. It's more likely to be ritual than anything. Ritual, abyss, exped. Basically the league mechanics, right? Maybe not exped. Delhi is Delhi. Waystone is still Waystone. I think this one was fragments. Yeah, it's a fragments. Cool. So this one is fragments. Okay, yeah. Essences, go there. I can't make expert the default here. So that's 1D 4x. Then dump tabs. Skelly clerics is just for healing wolves, right? Correct. They do not revive or anything, but they heal wolves pretty well. It's just extra sustain for them. What is the current divine ratio? 181. What the hell? So my 1200 exalts is going to give me like 6 divines. 7? Yeah, closer to 6.
I'll fill that in as soon as I can.
So we made 7 divines and a few chaoses from this strat, and we lost 1 or 2 maps. I think we lost 2 maps to an early death, or 1 map. Might have been one map. I'm not entirely sure. I think it's either one or two. In any case, we had a good success rate for our maps in terms of the ritual and just overall how much money we made. I don't know that that was worth the investment. I'm not convinced that it was worth the investment. What do we still have here? Uniques, not needed. Breach, gems. Gem should be here. Breach. Let's say breach can be here. Same way. Maybe not expert, but breach can be here. All right. All things considered, I didn't make that much profit. Like I made some profits, not an insane amount, but some profit definitely. With that said, we are going to be going back to the cheaper variant of this, and probably just going back to 5 modded maps because I really dislike the full 6 mod debacle. And low-key, I think part of the problem might just be the mods that come with pack size. Shock ground is kind of problematic. I'm going to need to, if I'm going to seriously go for it, maybe consider how to handle shock ground. Currently, I think that the only way that makes sense is to just eat it and have the survivability to survive it. Anyways, now we can POB. We're going to start with POB in the different budgets. So we'll start off. This is going to be Druid, Sham, Oracle, and this would be the, I guess, leveling. We don't have shaman nodes for a bit. I'm going to split this up into different sections. The first section being 30 points. And I know the rush was to go there. Then we needed to go here for the minion attack stats. Then we're going to copy this, name it 45 points, no, 60 points. Fill out the attack speed here, go for reservation, take this instead of that. Honestly, that's an easy way to get more res for where I currently am, and I should probably do it in game.
Yes.
Old dog, new tricks.
Where can I get another throwaway point? So just take it from here for now. We'll come back to you. Thinking of going this circle. No idea if it's worth dropping these 2 nodes for it yet. Eventually, yeah. Losing 20% hybrid damages doesn't seem great. Granted, we pick up 10%, 15. Actually, we pick up 10%. So we don't lose 10% self damage, but we'll lose 20% minion damage, which is noticeable. 1, 2, take this point away, put it here, 3. And then with the level up, we pick up this one for the damage recoup and life regen. Now, life recovery per second from regen is 33, with only 6% damage taking recoup as life. But once we get this one, it's going to be... That 33 is going to go up by a tiny bit, like maybe to like 40. And that'll be all the investment we put into regen for now. Pretty sure... Brother, stay still. Here we pick up a bit more in the... Well, not here, but in the final POB. We pick up a bit more. I mean, at this point, with 44 points, you should have your parts not taken, which is when you pick this up and you start picking this up. $45, copy, 60. We don't actually pick this up yet. Eventually, but not yet. I think we pick this though. We don't have eternal rage, so we're picking this. Copy 75. Get the rage scaling. Actually, now that I think about it, this is not priority. This is. Then you pick that up after you have the rage scaling. Then you pick these nodes up as well because it's better. And by this point, you should be getting your second ascendancy, which is where the from nothing would come into play. From this point on, we can start being a bit more economical with our points. Actually, something very important to do at this point, that I think about it, is pick up the damage taken from mana before life. That is very important, simply because it helps a lot early on, especially at this stage. And this is the point where we are going to want to start speccing more into defenses, to be honest. So I'm second guessing this max rage investment, and instead what I would like to do is I would like to pick max minions. Huh? Oh shit, POB implemented it. Oh, that's huge. I wish moonbeams would trigger on wolf. Oh, same, fucking same. You have no idea how much I would like that. So POB has updated, which means we now get the privilege of being able to do stuff like this without the from nothing messing up everywhere. That is huge. Take it. This all being said, we still want to take all the nodes there. This is 75 points now. Now we'll leave it at this, 75 points. Let's save Wolf Oracle leveling. Now at this point, this is where instead of going here and picking all these nodes up, we come here and we pick these three. What am I doing? No. Stop it. Copy 90 points. I think 90 points is probably when you're going to be done with campaign. So we're going to end that there. This is also where you can now take off this entire section, so that our 90 points will involve picking up this guy, picking up this guy, dropping these two, picking up these two, because now you're going to be very reliant on minions. You definitely want the res. Picking up this guy, and then coming here for this guy. Probably this one too. Yeah, this seems about right. Oh shit, we can pick up reduced effect of shock here. I like how I just randomly hovered on it. I'm like, oh wait, look, I was looking for shock solutions. There it is. Here's our solution. We could also pick up increased exposure effect. 30% means our minus, is it 10? Becomes... Our minus 10 becomes... I'll pick these two up as well, because, yeah. This is around where you end the campaign. So, what do the skill gems look like here? We'll start off with the 30-point side. Hmm. 30 points just to match it, because this is going to be where we start off. It's going to be a rolling magma with multi-shot one, and rapid attacks. I forget what the second thing we used on it was. Probably rapid attacks. Dude, match character level does nothing. Then we pair this with Volcano. And Volcano had overabundance. I don't remember what else this would have, but it's a spell. Probably AoE or something. Then we also had Luna Assault and Pounce. Luna Assaults, we all had rapid attacks 1. Actually, Luna Assault was the freeze 1. I gave it not this. Ice Bites. Same with Arctic Howl. Ice Bites. I made Luna Assault have more freeze. I just don't remember the name of the support gem that had more freeze. But let me see. Luna Assault, Ice Bites, Deep Freeze, no. Freeze, this was it. Whereas this one, oh, this one got eventually got brittle armor, but brittle armor is not something I can use early. I don't think there's I don't think there was actually I think we go magnified area there, but I really don't think there was anything pressing there. Brittle armor was tier 3. Like nothing here really speaks to the playstyle, so I'm going to assume maybe prolonged duration. Pounce had rapid attacks, and what else did I want the wolves to have at this point? Some cold damage. I went cold attunement. Prolonged duration, something like that. Besides these guys, I don't think there was really anything I don't think there was really anything else that I had. My first gem was my first spirit gem when I got from King in the Mist
would have been from here. I went Savagery for a time, but I don't think I'd recommend it. Briar Patch and would probably be decent. I think overall it might be a Ravenous Swarm angle, low-key. And because early on we don't actually have cold damage, we might just want to use Ravenous Swarm with our minions, with our pounds, and then try to scale the physical portion and have Ravenous Swarm deal damage with Impale. That might actually be the play, low-key. Because all of these are asked for low level. All these like Act 1, you're not doing much with your minions, you're not doing much damage. You are the source of most of your damage. So you have to make sure you have damage from like, I think my main DPS was Luna Assault. So I'm going to take off this actually and put on Rapid Attacks. So it feels good. And I'll leave Ice Bite on there because it still damages extra. I think I'm going to recommend going Ravenous Swarm. And I'm going to go Pounce with Impale. Oh, Impale is not an option yet? Okay. Impale isn't an option for a while, so Ravenous Swarm is not great. But I guess we can use Ravenous Swarm with some armor break tech. So it poisons by default. So we can go. Is it comorbidity, whatever it's called? Break armor, corrosion. Corrosion and armor demolisher. Actually, we could do that, or we could scale the poison damage. Which I think scaling the poison. So that's corrosion as well as escalating poison. All right, I think this is fine for acts. For the first act or whatever, then £30 is the first. Then at what point do I think you might want to switch your gems? $37. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a level 2 gem and I'm going to see the levels here. You get this tier level 14. So by 37, by the time you actually have, telling me you'd have up to here. Okay, I guess that's way too many points. I should prioritize getting this one over this one, to be honest. Realistically, I should. Anyways, I'm inclined to not believe this level number, so I'm just going to go manage, copy. I want this to be the gem section for after you get your wolves up and running. Once you get a wolf pack, Act 3 wolf pack swap. I'll probably leave notes. The skill gem section should be swapped into as follows. Starts with campaign with 30 points. Tree and gem section. Switch to 60 points gem section after you unlock wolf pack and gets Kill Ignak Duke for in Act 3 for your 60 spirits. For 60 spirits. Act 3. So this is going to remove this. You can drop volcano plus rolling magma around and focus on lunar assault around Count Geonor's mansion, I would say, give or take. Switch to 60-point gem section after you unlock Wolfpack and Geonor's Act 3 for 60 spirits. Am I really going to be using just Lunar Assault? And because like once you drop them, what is going to be replacing them? Let me see. In Paramount section, we use hounds. I didn't touch any of these. Could consider it, but I didn't touch them. Cross slash can be used. And for a bit I used a curse, but like it didn't really work out with the curse. And the reason it didn't work out with the curse was because why didn't it work out with the curse? It did not work out with the curse because of requirements and the fact that it changed me to human. I guess I didn't care too much if it changed to human or not, but it was mostly the requirements. So yeah, I don't think there's anything anybody else has that I think is worth using. Luna Assault here this is now Act 3. We are using wolves, but Luna Assault is still a good chunk of your damage. So it's still Luna Assault, Ice Bite, Rapid Attacks. What else would I support it with? I don't remember if we had three supports yet, but like I'll assume we do. So we're going A, we're just doing Ice by 2 on both of these. But then you have brittle armor. And you have brittle armor. You have I could do elemental armaments. I could do freeze. I could also use ancestral anything really. Anyways, I'm going for elemental armament, I think. Actually, no. Pounds. I'll deal with pounds first. At this point, pounds should have still rapid attacks. 1. Should be code attunements. I want it to eventually have impale, but I guess I'll go impale as a 4th gem just because, and then pounds. Fist of War. So yeah, none of these. Code attunement, yes. When was Feeding Frenzy? Feeding Frenzy was a 3, so I feel like going for it here is the smart play. It does make them squishier, but they're gonna die regardless, so does it really matter? Feeding Frenzy 1. Copy this.
Probably Impale on Pounds. Wolf Pack. And then we remove the Impale and we go Heavy Swing. Then Ravenous Swarm goes because we don't have the spirit for it. Arctic Howl is this. It's Echoing Cry. No. Cry. Enrage Warcry? No. No. Fortifying Cry. It grants guard. Oh, that's interesting. Anyways, none of these cries particularly interest me. So what I'm going to do instead is probably just magnified area. Oh no, cooldown recovery, I think. Brother. So they haven't resolved that bug or crash. Deadlock detected. I'm gonna need you to hurry up here too. All right. Anyways, I will save this tree and I'll look at my snapshots to see if I'm forgetting anything. Yeah, at this point I already had access to tier 5 when I took this snapshot on tier 4, so and here this is day 2. Just in case, clear that. It's time to go through all my snapshots and remove this guy. Also remove this. Day 3 and then day 4.
All right, where were we? So yeah, I don't think we're actually going to have to worry about 3 links for them. We'll just leave these at 2 links because the only guys that would realistically have 3 links are these 2, if even. So remove Impale here, remove Heavy Swing. They're going to be 3 linked at best case scenario. Then we don't have ultimates yet. We have our wolves. They're doing damage. We're doing fizz damage. We can't go Ravenous Swarm or anything like that. What do we do? This is the core, really. I can't think of anything else that I would want to add to this. It's Luna Assault, it's Arctic Howl. It's the only thing I would want is the ultimate, and I don't have access to the ultimate yet. So we have the war cry, we have my left click, my right click. We don't have my F. We don't have, I mean, I don't really press an E button. I guess cross slash is there. Cross slash is the forgotten person. The long forgotten skill that nobody actually uses. I mean, nobody, I don't use it anyways. People use it. Anyways, now that I'm done getting distracted, I think this is fine. This is fine for 60 points. We don't really need more. We don't need more. And then 90 points. We're going to be, this is going to be switch. Switch to 90 points after you pick up your last spirit upgrade from interlude 3 for a total of 100 spirits. Cool. Now, Luna Assault, Ice Bites, Rapid Attacks. At this point, our Luna Assaults, I mean, we still do good damage on it. We want to switch this to a Rapid Attacks 2. We now want to have Echoing Cry here. Ice Bite is fine to have. It's fine to have, honestly. Pounds. I'm gonna say Impale. I'm gonna say Heavy Swing. And I'm gonna say or go 90 points. Ice Bites, Echoing Cry. So my last bit of spirit is going to go to Ravenous Swarm. They cost 30 spirits, and they are going to be their job is going to be to proc. They're going to be proccing the physical damage from impales and using that. So we're going to be scaling their physical damage. So stuff like Heavy Swing, Feeding Frenzy. That reminds me, all the Feeding Frenzies need to become 2. Well, now that you have this, I'm going to switch it to Heavy Swing from Code Attunement. Same thing here. Rapid Attacks 2, Feeding Frenzy 2. So Feeding Frenzy, Heavy Swing. So we scale. This means we're scaling the Fizz. And that is giving them bigger bleeds. So what else would I give them? I wouldn't give them Brutality. We'll give them Heft, maybe, but I guess we could scale their poison as well. Escalating poisons, I think, is still a decent choice. So these will scale the hit, and then this will scale the poison. Then you go Arctic Howl for the fizzes, for the freezes and breaking armor and all of that good stuff. And then you go Lunar Assault for Ice Bite rapid attacks. Honestly, this is the point where I'm also just like put freeze on it. Why not? Frost Slash is still fine. Oh geez. All right. And then this is fine. That's the leveling POB, more or less. And then on the weapon, you're just maximizing your base physical as much as possible, trying to keep your familial talisman. All right. Whenever your damage, your personal damage feels like it is dropping off, look to upgrade your talisman. That priority levels plus melee levels into physical damage, or to the leveling POB, more or less. And you can always switch between the different loadouts. I think this is enough, more or less. You shouldn't need more than that. I'm trying to think of if there's skills I would use, but realistically, no. There aren't any more skills we use as we're leveling up or anything like that. So this is the leveling POB. This is going to bother me that it's not uppercase. I'm just going to make that uppercase now. Then this is the high budgets. So what is the low budget? The fresh into endgame budgets. Let me think. How do I want to do this? I have two options. I could either create a new POB or I could copy this one. If I copy this one, then we have the advantage of having the skill tree and everything already being pre-made. Let's clean this up. From nothing is necromantic talisman. Yeah, this is our tree. It looks so much better now that I have to hack my way into success. Copy. Wolf Oracle. Low budget. Rename. High budget. Low budget means we can't rely on it from nothing. We don't have quite as many points. I'm going to aim for a level 90 on this POB. These are mandatory. The tree doesn't change too much across versions, so like that bit is fine. This isn't really important. We'll take away the points that are just nice to haves. And we'll leave the mandatory guys in. We can't obviously have all of these. Okay, this one we're actually going to manually path there because it's too big to leave. We probably don't have the reservation for gigantic either, so we're going to leave that out of it. I think maybe I just aim for a lower level than 90, to be honest. On the low budget, we don't need any of these, to my knowledge. So remove these guys as well. We also don't need the, well, we kind of do want the shapeshift. We don't have this shapeshifted node, so this one has to go. This one we have, this one we have, this one we have, because I think that's this one. Yeah. All right. We don't have this, we don't have this. What else is a key? That's the main keystone we don't have yet. GG's, man. We don't quite have to go as having to mana stuff, but it's nice to have. So what is the baseline for low budgets? I would go body armor, pick a random eye level 65 base. Let's go stone cuirass. 2 sockets. One is mandatory mana damage taken from before life. The other one is some resistance. Then here we're going spirits priority with as much armor or life as possible. And then res. I think early on it makes sense to scale our life, because I don't know if life actually makes it more expensive, but high spirits is going to be priority stat here. Go for life, go for res. I'm not going to put res on gear. It's hard to predict how much res you can get, but the point is suffixes you cap your res. Shift this down a bit. Cap resistances and attributes with open suffixes plus 200% to all. I really don't need to do this. The fuck? Plus there. Helmets, we go armor, pick a we'll pick noble great helm. 1 socket, we pick a random resistance in here or attributes. Here our priority is life. Then you want level of all minion skills, and then get armor where you can. Gloves, same thing. Armor, pick a lower level base. 1 socket, pick a res. Yo, where are the reses? Am I blind? There. Go for life. Try to get some mana if you can. Mana is good, of course. Actually, I should put mana on the helmet too. And then level of all melee skills is the priority here. Life high is the mana, is the goal, and then as much mana as you can fit with that. Pick a random base type.
one socket, pick a random res. Maybe we won't go attribute this time. So you know it's fine is to get attributes. Movement speed is the priority. Then life. Amulets. For the amulets, the goal would be we just go into something. Your goal with amulet is literally just to pick up some spirits and some level of minion. +2 is probably fine, as high as you can, +1, +2, as the case may be. I'll leave +2 in here, and that'll be it. For the rings, what is the goal for the rings? The goal for the rings is just res. So get as much res as you can, get as much life as you can, get as much mana as you can. Belts, same thing. Pick a random belts, get life. Belts you can actually afford to get like pretty high of these two and still pick up res because belts are less popular. For charms, you want a freeze charm. You also still want this here, and the priority for your jewel sockets is going to reduce the number of mods here. None. Minion early res. Damage taken from mana before life, with mana from life being the priority there. All right, I think this is a decent low budget-esque tree. We're not done though. We need it. This version is going to have Eternal Rage. It's going to have this, basically what I have currently in game. Ocean's Old Second Wind. Maybe not Second Wind. It's going to have cooldown recovery. Cold Pen is not priority. Rage is also not priority, so like this is the priority. Rage 3 and Cold Pen. Wolfpack is exactly the way it is with me. Same with Pounce, pretty much. Luna Assault. What does my Luna Assault have? Ice Bites 2. Rage 3. I should stop trolling on this. What on earth do I want to pair here? I think Freeze is gonna be the play. These two, I really wanted them to work. They didn't want to work. Holy, Ataluis is this expensive?
just
Good thing I bought it a long time ago. Honestly, I'm inclined to just keep it for now. I don't need the money, and it helps me if I ever decide to make like a setup that actually would benefit well from the leech, from the physical damage. Freeze. What should number 4 be? Ancestrally boosted is 30% more damage and AoE. I will target 2 additional enemies. Holy. Really? I'm gonna keep it like this and test it out. What is the safer bet though? The safer bet is rapid attacks too. Freeze and then ancestral call. I wonder if the ancestral boost the targeting 2 additional enemies, does that give me even more leech? Why is there an ancestral call 3? All right, I'm going to leave this as is for now. And oh yeah, there's something missing. Clerics. Skeletal cleric. We have Wolfpack. We have Eternal Rage. There's nothing here affecting me, right? Yeah. So where is my current spirits going? I have 206. What would the order of the first 6 links be? Pounds, Wolfpack. Give me a second. Let me actually look at my skills. Pounds, Wolfpack, Luna Blessing, Warcry, Arctic Howl. Those are the priorities. Past that, 6 link at your own discretion. But that is the order: Pounds, then Wolfpack, then Lunar Blessing, and then Warcry. This POB has 250 spirits. Why does it have 250 spirits? Care to explain why it has 250 spirits? 100 baseline, 40 from here, 55 from here. That is 195, and then 3% increase here, 4%. Where am I getting extra spirit from? Oh. I need to adjust the weapon because we're not looking at actually having something as giga as this. So be something like this, something like maybe this. Maybe. And then for this one, we're going for 2 sockets with iron runes because we don't really need. Okay, this is more understandable. Then here for clerics, well, I guess one thing I will do nah, I don't think it's worth it. I was about to say maybe go because like I've been considering picking up like losing a cleric and going for like a Riva with my extra spots here so I could go muster support and stuff like that, but I don't think it's worth it. I really don't. It's not worth it. The only way to fix my chaos rest would be to add 5 chaos rest sockets for my armored ones, otherwise I have to switch every single piece of gear. I mean this is a good place to start. If you're on the lower budgets, then you probably have many suffixes that are not useful. Like let's say you might have a ring that has a dead suffix, or you might have a boot that has a dead suffix. Start by replacing those pieces of gear with stuff that's just three suffixes. They don't necessarily each have to be as good as the one you're replacing, but you have 3 usefuls. All right, let's look. Your chest is really good. Your chest is really good. Holy.
Hello there.
You're able to use increased armor. What up, Caesarly? How you doing? Your ring is good as well. Though you're using a breach ring without quality. Kind of troll. You might want to quality it if you're going to use it. I think this should have the code tag, so just use code or mana. I would take code probably. That would boost your code and early res, and maybe that allows you to drop code res here to get chaos res here, which is the first step. Now you have a bit of chaos res on your second ring. Your belt is decent. Your belt is decent. It has this code res you could look to replace, but this rarity is not doing much for you. Probably want to replace it with actual chaos res, and this fire res is also really bad. These are 2 suffixes you should be looking to replace. Your helmet is fine. Your gloves, this is a suffix you want to replace 100%. Rarity is T2. You can replace it, you can keep it, but I would not, like, I don't stress too much on rarity. I have one source of rarity on my gear and nowhere else because of how suffix
like starved I am. So this is the only source of rarity I have. Everything else is literally just reservation, res, attributes. This which is why I am considering replacing this amulet, simply because of the fact that I'm thinking of pulling back from mana regen, but I kind of like the amount of mana sustain this amulet gives me. Kind of like it, so we'll see. Meat shield, elemental army, minion mastery, rapid casting. So that'll be minion mastery, elemental army. We can use Brutus's brain on this, to be honest, and now we don't have to worry about them dying. You're welcome. We can use Brutus's brain. How much is Brutus's? Actually, it's a low budget. We can't use Brutus's brain because I'm pretty sure Brutus's brain has been recommended to the ends of the earth. Oh shit, 69. Nice number. But again, this is low budget, so it doesn't matter. Elemental army. Meat shield. This is the low budget. The medium budget is literally just the low budget but with better gear. So I'm not going to bother making a POB specifically for it. This doesn't really change. Nothing really changes. But the high budgets, this is where things are going to get spicy. Because what I have in mind for this is I'm going to actually, now that this is not a snapshot, this is what I plan to do. I'm thinking this one gets Rakiata's flow, because it's going to be doing a lot of cold damage. I want it to do a lot of damage. Treat enemies monster res as reverted. This would be a good amount of damage. And then elemental armaments, I think we keep it. I don't think there's much that's better. Then pounds will get Dialas. Dialas will add quality. Actually, no. See, this is already level 20, level 40 rather. Whereas this is 34. That's not right. 21. So it's currently 34. We would want to eventually replace one of these sapphires with a, let me just make sure it exists. Who is selling this 40 divines? This is not worth 40 divines, I'll tell you that much. And this is not worth 6. I'll put it in. If I eventually make that amount, I'll use it, but meh. I don't think it's worth that. Prism of Belief with Wolfpack, 3 levels, add. Oh, that puts Wolfpack at 37. Yeah.
What is the maximum move so far? 9, 10. So at this level of scaling, we're looking at having 10 Wolfpack wolves. And how many pounds wolves? 8 plus 4, 12. So Wolfpack at this point is kind of keeping up with pounds, but Wolfpack is always there. So honestly, it might be a case of we actually use Dialas here for the extra levels because it's useful. And the quality also puts us close to an extra wolf. We just need 10% more quality for that extra wolf. And I think for that, we might be looking at our chest piece. So instead of increase armor, we might go quality. No, this is 2. Never mind. That's terrible. It's actually terrible. What is the easiest way to get quality? Quality. Where did I write that list? $20 base, $10. Oh yeah, we could get 4 on the chest to get 8. We don't have the space here, so no. And then we could use Darkness Enthroned for the same thing. We can use Darkness Enthroned for the same thing, can't we? Unless quality is now limited to 1. I don't know if it is. And I mean, I can still get quality. I mean, I can get up to 5% quality. I don't know that it's worth trying to get the extra wolf. It would take a lot to get that extra wolf, and the quality isn't the most useful unless we get the extra wolf. So I have to think about it. But which ones of the 7 pillars did you take on tattoos? The 7 pillars, I think I rotate. I'm currently on all attributes potentially, but I also use res, and if I don't need attributes or res, I think my go-to would probably be cooldown or defenses. Yeah, probably cooldown or defenses. I'm leaning towards defenses because who doesn't want to be tankier? But yeah, I think we'll probably just need the attributes. Anyways, 10 wolves, Dialas. I don't think we get 38 easy, but I think this is fine. And then pounds. Is there still any supports gem I care about? I think I wrote a note of things or support gems I kind of cared about. Those were the 2 that would actually contribute a fair amount of damage in my build. I could split them across pounds and wolfpack, or I could just leave them on wolfpack and have wolfpack be spicier, which I think is the play because of how squishy pounds tends to be. Pounds will probably have eternal mark is what I should do.
I can't even put eternal mark here. Okay. I'll be honest, I think Dialas is better off with pounds. The level would be wasted. The level would 100% be wasted, but the quality would give us 5% increased damage taken to the enemy, which is decent. And at this stage, we don't need minion mastery, so we should just use something else. I'm thinking Uneto. Uneto will give me all the armor break I need. Will give me Fizz as extra chaos. And I mean, chaos is just nice to have. I suspect this is what we should be going for. So now this will do physical, chaos, and elemental. Unless there's a better support gem that I can't think about. Like Eternal Mark is there, 100%. What if I went bleed 4? Wait a second. What if I just Giga use this one to also still Giga juice the other guy? So Impale. I give them Impale. That allows them to buff Wolfpack even more, to where Wolfpack now does more physical. By doing more physical, it's benefiting more from the damages extras as well as Rakiata's flow. So Pounce then is kind of supporting Wolfpack in the same sense. So even though it has these two, all our damage is then not all our damage. We now have a very good or highly damaging Wolfpack that is the one that revives and is more reliable. And then Pounce is also doing really good damage, but also is supporting the Wolfpack in some capacity. I like the idea of that, but the only problem with this is that would involve me going for something that is not elemental armament, and I don't think I want to do that on Pounce. Because then I'd have to do like heavy swing, right? Because it's physical damage that gets stored in Impale. Maybe I do that. Which still leaves space for Unatol's Embrace. And heavy swing. So Wolfpack is going to do primarily cold damage. Pounce is going to do a lot of physical damage with some cold damage as well. And then it's going to also buff Wolfpack's damage. And because of all the physical damage scaling that Pounce would have, they should still be able to clear very well. Would make me want to pick up this for the wither, but not necessary, I think. And of course, this shredding armor also helps the wolf pack do more damage because now it doesn't have armor and it's treating the res as being inverted. All right, I think that's fine. Oh, I'm just seeing your message. Seriously, you're struggling because you changed builds and you're trying to make it work. What are you doing currently? What was your first build? What is the build you're on now? I kind of need to eat though. I'm kind of hungry. I just realized. Switch from Ice Wolf to plant build. Okay. Ice Wolf was too squishy. That is fair. Ice Wolf is definitely very melee, or is very up in their face, and being up in their face requires a lot more defense. And I know there are definitely points in my progression where it just felt very iffy, especially by interludes. I still remember being sent back by interlude 1, those physical damaging guys. Those guys did so much damage to me. Like they farmed me. They farmed me for a bit. All right, I think all the POBs are ready now, more or less. I like where this one is, like where this POB is. I should probably work on getting my level 20 gems in game, if I'm being honest. Like, there's no reason why I have not spend the currency to just get level 20 pounds and level 20 wolf pack, especially the level 20 wolf pack. But I know that shit's fucking expensive. It's 2D, give or take. It's not bad. 180, 360, like it's 2.5 HD. And that allows me to get one extra level on the wolf pack. Then that'll put me at 26. Then I'd be going for a 21. So that puts me at 27. Then +4 from the scepter puts me at 31. Where am I missing levels from? That's still like what, 31, 32? Oh yeah, this is the high budget, so huh. Okay, that makes sense. So they might have fixed it. Let me check if they fixed it. Because as of when they initially did it, having a scepter here did not increase your, did not actually apply stats. Okay. So this is now unnecessary is what that means. It's fully unnecessary. But I will just comment it out just in case something breaks. I don't think I would need to use it, but these are still necessary, but these are no longer necessary. So yeah, Wolfpack is no longer level 38. It's level 34, which is still fine. It's still fine. Now that we've seen the level difference, Pounce is 37, so Pounce is in 40. Okay.
So now we can use Dialas on pounds with no repercussions. By giving Dialas to pounds, I can undo everything I did here. Is it worth it though? This makes it support Wolfpack, but Wolfpack is down to 9 minions versus Pounce's 12. Nah, we'll just do this. What did I have here before? Elemental armament, cold pen. Minion mastery and then Dialas. This should get them very high level to 39. At 39, they should be very hard to kill. I say very hard, but realistically, this is still just 18k life. But it's 18k life, so we'll take it. I'm also thinking this rapid attacks might go, but we'll leave it as is for now. Yeah, I think it goes. I think it goes for elemental armament too at this point. I don't know what's going on here. Zero idea. But what I came here to do is see if elemental armament was better than it's less damage. It's a damage nerf to go rapid attacks too. It's a marginal damage nerf, but it is a damage nerf nevertheless. So you're telling me that Unetal's Embrace is the best bang for my buck? Because of the... Does this even take into account broken armor? Yo, good elemental armament too. Which is better for Rakiata's flow or
Probably use Rakiata's flow. Yeah, true. With Rakiata's flow, you don't use pen. It doesn't make sense to pen if you're going to inverse it anyways. Yeah, I think this is fine. The reason we'd be level stacking on this is just to get them to potentially live longer, hopefully. And by doing these two, you're scaling the phase and the code sections. So the code pen. Okay, so this it was being accounted for. You know what this is? It's because Pounce isn't here, isn't it? What awkwardness. Rakiata's flow is obviously the best, and then Code Pen. Alright, so I was right. Code Pen is the best, and then Rapid Attacks, yada yada. Okay, cool. One has Rakiata's, one has Pen. This one has... This wouldn't work again because I don't... Dude, what is up with POB2? Why is it so janky? The code attunement is still it's still a pretty decent support. But anyways, you do just want them to do more code damage if they have Rakiatas. That's why. So it makes sense. Rapid attacks, probably. Yeah, we're not touching elemental focus, my guy. We are not touching it. All right, we've gotten what we needed, and that is all. GG. All right, now that the POBs are all done, more or less, I can finally make my video. So I'm going to be working on that tomorrow. Hopefully it's going to be out by the end of the day or by Monday morning. We'll see how it all goes, essentially. Fingers crossed. Shouldn't I... Wait, I just remembered something. Shouldn't I just make all of these 6 links? Because why not? 2, 3, 4, 5. Yo, why is this 5 and not 6? What was this 6th guy here? Exposing Cry. We no longer need exposed. We still kind of do need Exposing Cry, but with somebody using Rakiatas, we don't care for Exposing Cry as much. So, and with somebody shredding armor, we don't care for Brittle Armor as much. So we're not actually done, is what that means. So remove Brittle Armor, remove... Maybe we go Rage Generating Warcry. What else would we go on our Howl? I don't care for Second Wind. We could go Ice Bite too. That's an option. We could go Raging Cry as well.
Deep freeze. Like the freeze duration would be nice on bosses. Then what else would I do here? Knockback? Bigger AoE? Duration support? I don't care for astral projection. That I know. That I know for a fact I don't care about. Do I care to generate rage with it? Probably, actually. So probably go rage and cry. With the war cry now generating rage. With the war cry generating some rage, we can now remove rage 3 potentially from here. And instead go for we go for mastery, but that's just +1 damage gain. It's not worth it. Maybe AoE. Maybe AoE. I realistically think I'm just going to go for I think I might just end up going for something along the lines of a damage support, like what damage supports is there? Elemental armaments. Like this might end up being the damage support to replace rage in that case. Or just less costs as well. Yeah, I think I'm fine with this. Skeletal clerics. Brutus's brain. Minion mastery. Tread. That puts me at level 34, which is a very, very healthy amount of heals coming from that one guy. Even if it is one guy. There. Now it's fully fleshed out. I'm very glad I went back to check, especially on the note of the levels. Okay, you're heading out. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate you hanging out. Have a good night. Have a good rest of your day as well, assuming it's early for you or not. So I'm very happy with how the POB turned out, and I'm happy I went to do a double take on also. I guess I kind of now need to just do a double take to make sure I'm not inflating any stats. Like for example, when I created my config, many things weren't working in POB, but it seems like they've started fixing things, which is good. So we now have to worry about this. Oh, it's still red. Never mind. That wouldn't work. What else is configured? Luna Blessing is not there. Batteries is also not there. Okay, cool. So those two are still fine. Yeah, I think all of these are still fine. Yeah, it still doesn't have that last line. It has the first, it has the second, doesn't have the third. Cool. Oh, all right. I think it's a good spot to end stream though. I am tired. I need to eat. But yeah, you guys can probably expect this video to come out by tomorrow, or Monday early my time. We'll see how it goes. And yeah, I'm gonna still keep playing this off because I really want to get this character to the point where it can actually use a scepter. I even already have my scepter. I just need the actual, what's it called, other stats to line up with this, and the only ways that is going to happen is by farming up a, what's it called? Why is Garokan so expensive? Jesus. The only way is by farming up a Dialas, which is 16 currently, and Rakiatas, which is 22. So going to be expensive. The goal might just be to eventually the goal might genuinely be just to I don't know how I'm going to make the more. Maybe we look into profit crafting. I don't know. We'll see. Currently, I don't think I'm making so much from mapping that I can just spare that. So we'll see. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna see you guys on Monday. Till then, have a good night.